Have you ever noticed how cats are absolute geniuses when it comes to dividing territory? One sleeps on the windowsill, another has claimed the back of the sofa, and a third has somehow managed to sprawl out on the one clean sheet of paper on your desk. And honestly, they look perfectly happy. But the moment we humans start thinking about bringing a second or third fluffy friend into the home, doubt creeps in. Will they have enough room? Will there be space? Will they start fighting over territory like it's some kind of action movie standoff? Plot twist. Most of the time, it's not about the size of your apartment. It's about your imagination and your attention. Today we're going to talk about how to turn even a modest studio apartment into a feline penthouse where everyone gets their spot in the sun and by the radiator. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the intricacies of feline geopolitics. The question of how many cats you can keep in a home is one of the most debated out there. Some people swear that 2 cats need at least a 3-bedroom house, while others live happily with 5 tails in a tiny studio. So, who's right? Let's look at this from a scientific and, more importantly, a cat's perspective. We're going to break down the 3 pillars of a harmonious cat community: architecture, logistics, and psychology. Let's get into it. The first and maybe biggest secret is this: cats don't live in a flat world like we do. For us, space is floor area. For them, space is the volume of the room. When you look at your apartment and think, there's barely enough room for the couch, you're seeing it like a human. A cat looks at the same 4 walls and sees potential floors. Vertical surfaces are their secret weapon. So when we talk about bringing in multiple pets, we shouldn't be thinking in terms of square footage. We should be thinking in cubic footage. Wall shelves, ceiling-high cat highways, tall cat trees. These aren't just toys. They're a way to create extra rooms for your pets where there are none. But here's the thing. High doesn't mean one size fits all. One massive cat tree is great, sure, but imagine it as the only skyscraper in town. Everyone wants to live on the top floor with the panoramic view, and there's only one elevator. Conflict is pretty much guaranteed. A better approach is a network, a highway of shelves connecting the wardrobe to the fridge, or a few smaller trees linked by bridges. And for the grounded cats, the ones who aren't fans of heights, we set up some ground-level transport. Boxes, little houses, and beds placed in different corners. It's like creating a neighborhood with both private houses and skyscrapers. Everyone picks what suits them without bothering the neighbors. Oh, and by the way, a delivery box is almost always more valuable to a cat than some designer bed that cost a fortune. Don't ask why. It's just cat magic. Okay, so we've covered the high-rise development, but even the best planned city needs working infrastructure. Now let's get to the stuff everyone worries about: litter boxes and food bowls. You've probably heard the golden rule. The number of litter boxes should equal the number of cats plus 1. 2 cats, 3 boxes. Sounds logical, but let's be honest. How many of us with 2 cats actually keep 3 boxes, unless we live in a massive house? The truth is, that formula works, with some caveats. Cats don't see a litter box as personal property. They don't think in terms of my box or your box. For them, there's only clean box and dirty box. So, for 3 or 4 cats, as long as you're cleaning them regularly, 2 strategically placed boxes can be perfectly enough. The key word here is strategically. A box in a noisy hallway where people are constantly walking by? Not gonna work. The box needs to be in a quiet, safe, and accessible spot. Now, if you're leaving for a whole day, then yes, an extra box can be a lifesaver. The same principle applies to food bowls and scratching posts. Have you ever noticed how cats love eating from the same bowl? Even if they each have their own, they'll still try to stick their nose into their neighbor's dish. Why? Because it tastes better? Nope. food from another cat's bowl is just a trophy. If your cats eat together peacefully, one big shared bowl might be fine. But if you notice competition, aggression, or one cat bullying a more timid one, then you need exactly as many bowls as you have cats, and they should be placed in different corners of the room. Scratching posts are the same story. A huge floor-to-ceiling post is a great investment. But if you have multiple cats with different personalities, one might love scratching vertically, stretching all the way up, while another prefers a horizontal mat on the floor. Watch them, figure out their preferences, and just put a few different options around the house. It's cheaper than replacing your couch later. We've talked about territory and the practical stuff. We've created the perfect setup, arranged the bowls according to feng shui. But as often happens, the real cause of conflict isn't a material thing. It's sitting right there on the couch holding a phone. The most valuable resource in the house for a cat isn't the litter box, the food bowl, or even that perfect shelf near the ceiling. It's you. More specifically, your attention. Imagine this. You have a great house, a full fridge, but the person you love most spends hours staring at their phone, completely ignoring you. Kinda hurts, right? Cats feel the same way, maybe even more intensely. And when a new cat shows up and starts competing for that resource, your hands, your voice, that's when the real drama begins. So if you're getting a second cat, be ready to share your attention. Play with them together sometimes, and sometimes separately. Spend a few minutes with the one who seemed a bit shy today, and chase a laser pointer around for the energetic one. So, how many cats can you actually have in an apartment? The short answer is as many as you can provide for, not just with food and clean boxes, but with smart use of space and, most importantly, your own time and attention. Don't be afraid of numbers. Don't buy into the stereotype that 2 cats in a small apartment is just too much. To them, your apartment is an entire universe, and it's up to you whether that universe feels like a cramped communal flat or a cozy starship where everyone has their own cabin. The main thing is to watch your pets. They'll tell you what they're missing: more height, a cozy hideaway, or just your warm hands. Thanks for watching and for taking care of your fluffy friends with both heart and knowledge. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It's the best way to support the channel. And drop a comment below. How many cats live in your universe, and do they have their own favorite highways? I'm genuinely curious. Be happy with your cats. See you next time.